Hello and welcome back to the Battle Room. My name is, of course, the Battle Room, and today I am joined by my good friend Raghav. How you doing, buddy?
I'm here, but it has been an absolute battle. The other day, I was foraging in the woods when I heard a meow. I ran actually, and I noticed a kitty was drowning in the river. So, of course, I dove in to save this kitten, and I was fighting for my life. The waves were just taking me away when I realized I just need to go with the stream. And here we are, me at the first Champions Regional on stream, saved that kitten, and I'm playing with Frostlass.
So here we are. We're going to be doing two matches today. We have one match with Raghav and one match with me. So if you want to skip Raghav's match, I'll put the timestamp down below. But I would recommend staying. I would recommend staying because this is the first ever Pokemon Champions streamed official match in NA, which is very, very exciting.
No, I knew they were gonna put me on early. I didn't know they were gonna put me literally as soon as possible, the first match. But hey, it was good to get it out of the way, and I think it was a pretty banger set, so I'm excited to break it down here.
Yeah, so let's talk about the matchup and the teams. So first, we have your opponent, Caelan Brown here, with a team consisting of Mega Gengar, Alola Ninetales, Dragonite, Incineroar, King Gambit, and Sableye. So it was a very similar team to the one that Santi ran, but Sableye does add a insane level to this with Encore Disable shenanigans with the Perish Song as well. So you're having to deal with potential Perish Song, you have to deal with potential just like balanced gameplay, right? Like he's got double stabs on Gengar. You don't know if he's actually going to press it. And then there's also just Encore Disable fake out Sableye. How did you feel about this one when you saw this one on the sheet?
Yeah, I was a little bit scared of some of the options that he has. Like you said, like this Sableye has Encore Disable, but what's really annoying is that it also has Protect. So it
Hmm.
can just like scout you out, right? Like even if you position around it, usually Sableye is like they don't have Protect. Like you can fake out the other slot, use King Gambit or something. But this one, it can stick around. I had a lot of practice using teams like this, so I kind of knew what they were weak to, and I abused that to my advantage, right? Like I was like, okay, I know that King Gambit can go kind of dummy against these teams. I just have to watch out for. I mean, he has three Pokemon that can one-shot it. Like you have the Charcoal Instant, which is really cool. Low Kick D Knight and Low Kick King Gambit. So I knew that that was maybe kind of the key into this.
Yeah, because otherwise, like, I mean, you also have to watch out for Encore and Alola Ninetales as well. But yeah, it's like pretty standard stuff, and you were considering bringing something very, very similar. So you do have that advantage. Now let's talk about your team. So on your side, we do have Dragonite, Frostlass, Basculegion Male, Garchomp, King Gambit, and Sneasler. Tell me about your team.
Yeah, so I can take absolutely zero credit for making this. This is all my boys Justin Burns and Alex Underhill. I did help build, a very similar team that you actually ended up bringing Colin, which we will talk about later. But yeah, I want to say there's nothing too crazy going on here, to be honest. We just thought that both our Mega Pokemon were really good calls for the tournament. We really liked Mega Dragonite because it's strong into Charizard. It's able to just do a lot of good neutral damage, and even its coverage moves with Flamethrower and Thunderbolt hits things like Bask, hits things like King Gambit. So Mega Dragonite was just feeling like a really spicy pick, and it fits really well next to Frostlass, who has trouble with things like Charizard or King Gambit. But at the end of the day, I felt like when I was using this team, the Frostlass modes were really strong, just setting up Aurora Veil for my broken guys. I mean, we have Basculegion, Chomp, King Gambit, Sneasler. You can't go wrong with those guys.
No, not at all. Frostlass was really, really good in this tournament. It had kind of an interesting arc because at first glance, like when we got the game, everyone was like, wow, Frostlass is really good. This Pokemon is really OP. It did really well in the Grand Champions Festival as well. It got second to you.
Yeah.
But then after that, it like fell off a cliff. Charizard became the dominating force, and Frostlass teams just failed to adapt a bit. But then obviously we got involved. We were like, dude, Frostlass could be very broken. If you're able to circumnavigate Zard, it is just good into so many of the other Mega Pokemon and the non-Mega Pokemon, like these dragons here.
Yeah, dragons are running the format. It trades super well. And I
Hmm.
think like one part that's nice is it's just kind of solid into Floette because you are faster. You can hit him with a Blizzard, or you can support your Pokemon like KG and Sneasler with a Veil. So I think that yeah, it just trades really well in the format, and pairing it with the best guys, you can't like I said, you can't go wrong. We did go for like bulk on pretty much everything. Like we got the Citrus Basque, the Roselli Chomp. Both King Gambit and Sneasler were pretty bulky, so I think it just makes sense on this kind of team.
Yeah, so going into this matchup, what were you thinking about leads or your game plan to try and like defuse all these encore disables and perish songs?
Yeah, my main game plan was I'm going to annoy you with King Gambit and see if you respect it. I thought like, okay, I'm expecting a Gengar Instant lead high key because that's what they always do. And White Herb Sneasler, King Gambit pretty good into that. I will just close combat if I see an Incineroar on my face. So I'm thinking I lead Sneasler King Gambit and I have my ghost types in the back to threaten Gengar in the late game. That was my main game plan.
All right, let's see if that game plan pays off. So we're going to see a Sneasler King Gambit lead, like you mentioned, from yourself into Incineroar Gengar, like you also mentioned.
Yeah, I was pretty happy to see this. I feel like I called it perfectly. I want to do the thing again, where you tell me what you think I'm gonna do, and then I'll explain like what I actually did.
I mean, I don't think you're going to fake out because there is so many Encore guys in the back. Sableye could be such a free switch. Or even Ninetales into that Incineroar slot that I think you're gonna press the super effective buttons. You're gonna CC Incineroar, and you want to keep that Gengar honest, so you're just gonna go for Kowtow Cleave.
So that is a very good assessment of the situation, Colin.
Mm-hmm.
But you are wrong because I made an inferior play. All right.
Okay.
You're absolutely right. I should have kowtowed that Gengar, but in this situation, I'm thinking like, dude, this Incineroar, he's not staying in. He doesn't want to eat the CC. He's gonna switch out. So I thought the Sableye was coming in on that slot.
I would have expected that.
And yeah, I ended up close combating the Incin to keep him honest. But I also kowtowed it, giving the Sableye an absolutely free switch, and I was pretty annoyed.
I see what you're going for. His protect is actually pretty solid because that's something that obviously is on the sheet, but not something I necessarily expect momentum wise. If you did kowtow that Gengar, that would have been so fire. He was in such an awkward spot.
I think Sableye might have died. Like I don't know. After Defiant with
Oh,
black glasses.
you do have black glasses. Yeah, that definitely might have got him. Now you have to switch. I think Basque is a good switch though. Okay, you're playing it real slow here. I guess that makes
Yeah,
sense.
Incineroar has charcoal, so it is threatening a nuke on my King Gambit. And with Protect and Blitz, it doesn't have a way to hit Basque Legion, so I thought the switch was really free. Now, Caelan's kind of stuck in a position where he has to Protect again just to get like a clutch disable or something off on Basque Legion. So I'm feeling okay right now. I'm thinking either I attack or I go back into Sneasler to get rid of the disable or encore pressure.
Yeah, I mean, I think too, you could also just like, is there anything wrong with just Wave Crash Kowtow? Like, I guess double protect would be annoying. And you can't
This is
even
where
like,
stable having protect is very annoying because I
yeah,
can't actually get progress. They just get to stall and until they're in a advantageous encore disable position.
yeah, the double protect is nasty. Because I was gonna say like, you can't even like fake the move, right? Like you can't like press Aqua Jet or Last Respects because they'll just encore you into it. So like you are in this
Exactly.
really awkward spot. You are gonna Wave Crash. I don't blame you for making the safe play. The thing is King Gambit is still chilling. Like you can just keep cycling. There's not much they can do, but at the same time, there's not much you can do either because they are just slowly they're gonna wait
I
until
mean,
they get the encore disable.
if Kaelin like blitzes my Basque switching out, it could be over because this Incineroar is super strong, right?
True.
So in this position, I'm like, nah, I don't really care if you like disable my Wave Crash. I'm at least gonna get an Aqua Jet off. And
Yeah.
you're gonna see it does over half, right? That's so
Holy
good.
shit. I mean, we can see the HPs, which is kind of fun here. And Incineroar is actually pretty frail. Like 183, that's not much HP. Yeah, your play
Yeah,
is
that's
fire here.
weird.
I didn't expect to do that much.
Yeah, but this position is slightly awkward now because he can encore me into Aqua Jet. I can't click Wave Crash safely. So I'm thinking, okay, something's just gotta eat a Blitz, and it's not gonna be my Frostlass. So I swap my Basque into Frostlass and my King Gambit into Sneasler, hoping that this Sneasler can eat a charcoal boosted Flare Blitz. And Sableye is just clicking Encore, like, he's not doing anything. This is where he's kind of a dogshit Pokemon, dude.
He can be, yeah. He can be very oppressive, but like he is so finicky, right? Like because in certain situations he's nuts. In some situations he's doing nothing. Like even into King Gambit, you have to be really, really careful. And I think Gengar lets you do that, but right now you're chilling, dude. You're chilling. That was a
So
good
this
switch.
position is scary because Sneasler took so much damage, and if Kaelin has King Gambit in the back, I'm feeling a little bit worried. But at the same time, I know that I have my King Gambit, so Gengar is not even a threat right now.
Yeah, Gengar is doing nothing. Well, the big thing too is like I think disable Gengar is usually the more scary one for you. So not
Yeah.
having disable helps out a lot. Go back to King Gambit.
Yeah, I just want to preserve Sneasler and then also, yeah, threaten Gengar in case it comes in.
Uh-oh.
There's the King Gambit that I'm afraid of.
And then you're gonna Mega? Fair? You're gonna probably just press. I mean, you could Veil here too. You did just switch into King Gambit. Dude, you're
I
taking a
think
Blitz
I'm,
here for free, man. This is gonna hurt. You have to Veil. You Blizzarded. Okay, okay.
yeah, I just
Oh,
wanted
he's
to kill the
low.
Incineroar.
He's low. I forgot he was low. That's my bad.
Oh my god, yeah, if it wasn't low, I would have to kill that instant.
Yeah. Oh, big freeze.
That was the only freeze I got all tournament, by the way.
This is the only one.
Yeah, first round of the day on stream, and then I never got another freeze.
Freeze is really crazy. Like I feel so bad. Like when obviously we ran very similar teams, but like switching in King Gambit on a Frostlass is one of the scariest things you can do. Like every time my mind races to like, is it gonna freeze, dude? He really needs to not freeze. Just one turn, please, no freeze. Like that's all I'm thinking here. That was a clutch
Yeah.
freeze though.
No, that was really helpful, and it made me play a little bit more aggressively this turn.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm still thinking though that like, okay, low key, if I set up a Veil, I think I can just, 2v1 or 3v1 this King Gambit with neutral type damage. Like, Sneasler being in the back means it's a threat and they're going to have to sucker punch it or something. Something else is going to do a little bit more damage. As long as I can kill Gengar or Sableye, I think I should be okay.
And he's gonna Mega. He's gonna protect. I think that's fair. He just needs to stall a freeze. You don't have low kick and he does, which is really important here. But you do still get the Veil.
Yeah, I do end up getting the Veil off. And I believe this King Gambit is faster than mine, but it stays frozen, so it's totally fine.
And then now you just get to you just spam Blizzard Kowtow, right? You could Shadow Ball too. It doesn't really matter. I don't think.
Yeah, I do just spam Blizzard Kowtow. I think the chip on King Gambit's kind of valuable because I don't have a low kick, so anything helps.
Yeah, and you have to rely. You might have to start jetting this guy in the future.
Yeah.
Was he Black Glasses or was he Chopal?
No, he's Chopo, I believe.
Okay, so your Bass could still get away
with
with
a Sucker
Crash.
Punch.
Yeah. And you have Aurora Veil. Oh my god. Sableye got blasted.
So much, but Sableye has the Citrus Berry, I believe. And so now I'm worried, like, is this Kowtow even going to kill Sableye?
Oh, he
I think if it
thought.
does thaw out, I think it's not guaranteed, is it? I don't remember.
I think it was guaranteed. They did change it.
Yeah, and then when Kowtow comes out, and that low kick, it's not doing a crazy amount with the Veil. So I am living a Sucker Punch.
True, true.
Yeah, my thought process here is like, okay, I still have Sucker Pressure, or Frostlass is healthy enough to deal with the Gengar in the back. I just need to get Gengar back in. I need to pick up a KO here.
Because I feel like he could fake out, but I feel like Sableye probably just wants to protect, right? So it can potentially threaten some Encore Disable shenanigans.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a tricky situation for Caelan. Like, I feel like you could protect, you could disable something. He just swaps Sableye out. I don't think I understand that one as much.
I guess maybe he was just hoping that he was going to KO your King Gambit. You just crit his King Gambit, didn't you?
Yeah, that was a crit. I don't think that crit matters much at all, but we do see a Kowtow. It's completely ignoring my King Gambit, too. I think understanding maybe I'm going to switch out. Kowtow my Frostlass.
I feel like it's one of those situations where he's so far behind in the game that maybe he feels like he needs to make like a hard read to like save the game. So he's like, I'm just going to call the swap on King Gambit or the Protect, and then I'm going to try to get Gengar in here.
Yeah, and here I'm feeling so good because even if I lose 2 Pokemon, like I think Basculegion and my King Gambit can get it done with Jet and just like Sucker Punch,
Oh
right?
yeah, dude, everything is almost in Jet range now.
Yeah, everything is in Jet range. So then I just go for like a fake out Blizzard or Shadow Ball because like why not? And it turns out I am faster than his Gengar, and I wasn't expecting that because my Frostlass is fast, but it's not the fastest,
Yeah, and then he even looked a little surprised. He's like, what the hell?
Yeah, well, I mean, he shouldn't be. I feel like he knows his Gengar is super slow.
Yeah. Because was he timid on the sheet?
No, it was modest. But Gengar's naturally faster than Frostlass, so I wasn't sure how fast they
Yeah,
were going to be running.
that's valid.
Um, but knowing that made me feel so good too. Like I can always just Shadow Ball the Gengar if I get any chip on it. Frostlass being the fastest Pokemon in the matchup is very good to know. And I'm thinking, dude, like, hey, that was pretty good. Even though, like, I got some turns a little bit wrong. I got lucky with the freeze. I feel pretty confident in this matchup now that I know my Frostlass is faster. And I'm thinking about switching it up, low-key.
I mean, I feel like too the beginning was just the part that was kind of annoying because he did like the charcoal instant was really nice from him and it put a lot of pressure onto your KG lead, which is something you normally rely on in this matchup. So I think just navigating that was difficult, but you did it like fine. And then the freeze was just kind of brutal, but it's not much you can do for if you're Caelan there.
Yeah, no, the freeze was definitely clutch. I think I would have just had to play a little bit differently. I don't think it, like, I would have lost without it, but it did allow me to play a little bit more aggressively. But what do you think drip war wise? Low-key, I think Kalen's looking pretty nice. He's got a nice fit.
Caelan's looking really good. I was thinking about the drip war because I knew this was coming, and I was like, dude, Caelan, he's got a fire undershirt and the nice denim jacket, dude. He's looking good, dude. Drip war wise, he came to play, dude. He came to play at this regional.
Finally, a worthy opponent, but
Truly.
I do have to say, I think I still win.
I think he still win too, dude. I think the little frog hat, I'm surprised they let you wear that considering that shit's branded.
Me too, man.
But we take those.
Frog and Toad?
Yeah, dude, that's branded as fuck. But dude, he's fogging up his glasses, dude. He's got the glare on him. But yeah, I would say your drip's kind of fire. I think you win this round. You're just so chill up there too. Like you can see there's like it's like you're just like I'm here to play Pokemon, and Caelan's like shaking his foot. He's like, fuck, dude, I just lost game 1. God damn it.
No, I'm always nervous inside. I just I need to calm myself down, and so I do appear calm because I'm trying to soothe myself. So I end up leading the exact same thing. I was thinking, dude, it didn't go so bad last time. And I honestly did not expect him to lead Dragonite because I just absolutely bodied him with the Frostless in the end game there.
Yeah. I would. Dude, Dragonite's crazy.
Yeah, I knew I could hedge that though. Like I knew that he's thinking about the Frostlass coming in. There are 2 fighting type moves staring down my King Gambit, right? And I have 2 ghost types in the back. Like he's aware of this. You can't just let them in for free. But this first turn, I'm thinking I just stay in. I click Fake Out on one of them and get some damage on the other. It's probably gonna be fine. I think King Gambit's scared of my Sneasler anyway.
It's kind of crazy that he does have the double. I like the Dragonite lead from him actually a lot because of if he knows you're leading this lead feels like he's got some pressure on you, right? Okay, he doesn't want to lose multi-scale. That's valid.
We end up just seeing a double protect, yeah. But I'm thinking like, okay, this ain't so bad. He did see that I'm willing to just attack with my King Gambit in front of these guys. So I'm a little bit worried, I'm like, but I still think they have to respect one of the ghosts coming in, because if they just come in for free, like if I get into a Frostlass Sneasler board, it just feels terrible.
Yeah, I mean, even if you just CC the King Gambit, switch to Frostlass, and they whiff low kicks into you, that's gonna feel bad. Obviously, I think I don't know. I don't know if it's worth to go for low kick out with Dragonite and then Kowtow to punish the Frostlass switch. It's still not doing enough. Or no, it would kill because you don't have Hail. Duh. Yeah, how do you stop that play if they do that? I guess you could protect if they don't want to whiff it into protect.
Well, I think as long as I break Dragonite's multi-scale, I just come in and click Blizzard CC and I probably win the game. So I Sucker Punch the D-Knight to break the multi-scale, and I CC King Gambit. Like I said, this is the position I'm going for. It's like Frostless comes in, it's faster than everything. I just win the game, right? And I was pretty happy with this. Also important to notice that the D-Knight on Kingland's team is jolly. It is not an adamant D-Knight. It is a jolly Dragonite, and so I know it's not going to be doing enough damage. I'm thinking, dude, I might even leave an E-Speed after that.
He tried to hard read you, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was really happy with that. I knew there was a chance he was going to be like, dude, you can't let him in. You can't let him in. So my King Gambit's still alive here, taking another turn. Staying another turn, and it's doing a lot of damage. I think King Gambit's in Sucker Punch range. D-Knight could take way too much from it. My Sneasler is sitting pretty here.
Yeah, I mean, you have a free like sucker punch on a D Knight. Or I guess he could E speed you, but then he's taking a kowtow, which is kind of brutal. And also, if you miraculously live E speed, like you might just kill him with CC. Then you're just hitting a kowtow, black glasses, and a CC. You're taking a KO and blasting a D Knight.
Yeah, I'm thinking in hindsight, I definitely did live the E speed, but I have a secret weapon. I didn't bring Frostless. I brought my own Dragonite. I thought Dragonite looked really good in this matchup as long as they're not bringing their Ninetales. It is faster than, his Dragonite because I have a Mega Evolution. I can
True.
Flamethrower King Gambit. It trades really well with Gengar. And so now that it's in, I just think I get to attack. I get to click Sucker Punch and I get to click Dragon Pulse, and there's nothing that Kaelin can really do about it.
Sucker Punch, I guess you are. It is just one resist, so Sucker Punch probably does KO King Gambit. That's so
Oh, it's so
crazy.
dead with black glasses. It's
Yeah.
not close. I mean,
Yeah.
it's close, obviously, but not it's like it's. I think it's 100% dying.
And if he doesn't have Ninetales in the back, like you said, which you didn't think he's gonna bring, this is just gonna kill him. Like he has no
Yeah.
switch. He has no switch for this. He's dead, or he has to make something take this. Sucker Punch comes through. Dead King Gambit. That's fire.
Yeah, and I think we didn't see the protect on D-Knight. Kaelin, being Jolly Dragonite, for some reason thought he outsped my D-Knight. I don't think he realizes how many points you get for Mega Evolution. My D-Knight, pretty fast. Dragon Pulse always KOing there. And now it's like, I think any combination of Pokemon in the back, I can handle it technically.
Yeah, because I mean, you still have a full HP Pokemon that we haven't even seen yet.
Yeah, and I think like, they genuinely just can't really break my King Gambit. Like, only Incineroar can.
Yeah.
So maybe if it's Incineroar Ninetales, probably not still, actually. I think there's no two combinations that are gonna do it for Kaelin here. I just got too much value out of my first few turns.
Yeah, and also the Dragonite coming in at the time that it came in was really fire. You could have switched in Dragonite, I think. That's the funniest part, is you could have just switched him in for King Gambit. He could have ate the low kicks for you.
But I wanted to break that multi-scale, bro.
That's fair, that's fair. It's gonna be Instant Sableye, no Mega? Holy,
Like,
dude.
Gengar was looking so bad into that King Gambit and the faster Frostlass. Kaelin's just saying, I don't even want it at all. And I know how to beat Sableye and Incineroar now, okay? I can just protect, go to my Basque Legion, and play this silly little game.
It's true. And also, I mean, you still have, what's his name? Sneasler in the back, too. And also, Dragonite's not dying anytime soon.
Nah, dude, it's only Blitz or Encore Disable, right?
Yeah.
And this time, though, I did kind of learn my lesson with the Basque Legion stuff. Like last time, I clicked Aqua Jet, right? And then got encored or disabled into Aqua Jet, and then they could encore me into it again. But now, I realize, actually, it's probably better to just click Wave Crash again so I can spam Aqua Jet and get around that Encore Disable lock.
Yeah. So you press Wave Crash first and then press Aqua Jet.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. And also at this
Little-
point, I mean, you also, dude, I mean, like, you have two full guys. You can just switch around. Like, you're so chilling.
Yeah, there's literally nothing. I probably should just switch to Sneasler, honestly, in this situation.
Switch to Sneasler, press Jet CC, win the game instantly, yeah.
But I just clicked, I don't know, I was just clicking double protect because I was like, I want to attack with my King Gambit.
I mean, sure. You also, at this point, if he does take the recoil, it is kind of brutal. Like, if you just Sucker Punch, or you kowtowed, but if you just Sucker Punch Jet, he dies to his own Flare Blitz recoil. Like, he can't win the game.
Yeah, Kaelin can't win the games. I'm not entirely sure why he's playing it out, but I don't really mind.
Yeah.
Because, hey, more screen time for me, dude. The video's a little bit longer here on the Battle Room. I'm getting some practice. Basque Legion's getting some warm-up reps here.
Dude, I mean, yeah, you're chilling. He actually calls your sucker, dude. And you go for protect there. Sure, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't want to get blitzed. I go for the wave crash, but he does in fact disable it. All according to plan, so I can just click Aqua Jet Sucker Punch this next turn.
You're chilling. It's just like, I think Sableye, when he doesn't have the trapping, that set just isn't going to go the distance, right? But it's so hard to deal. Like, I feel like Gengar's biggest issue is trying to shut down King Gambit. And Kaelin even had a low kick on two of his guys, and he still wasn't enough, dude. And he had Charcoal Ensign. Your King Gambit still just went crazy on him.
Yeah, that's the problem is that he wasn't able to position it to a point where like I can't swap around. Like I do
Mhm.
have ghost types, it's true, but his counters to my King Gambit just weren't enough. Like I feel like I was very easily able to dance around them,
Mhm.
and he wasn't able to trap me. So if I wanted to switch, I could just switch. And now instant goes down to recoil. The game is over. I was still waiting. I forgot you can just click forfeit whenever you want in this game.
I think that the forfeit actually it's really weird is when you forfeit, I think it still plays out the turn for the other player. Like it doesn't
God.
forfeit mid-turn. Because I remember there was a match where someone forfeited against me and I was just sitting there like waiting for the game to end, but they were like putting their stuff away, but I didn't want to like do the same
You're like,
until
well,
the
bro.
match was over. But it was like I think that the game actually when you forfeit it will end mid-game, mid-turn, but for them they have to watch out the whole turn. But yeah, you start out 2-0 in the tournament, you're feeling good. Obviously, you end up finishing in top 32, setting yourself up for a good Nats finish to get Worlds.
Oh, absolutely. It felt good getting that out of the way, having a pretty good stream set too. Being the first person to Mega Evolution in what, 7 years on an official stream. That was pretty awesome. Overall, a good Battle Room dub. But it wasn't the only time one of us made it to stream now, was it, Colin?
It was not. Now we do have a second battle room match here for you with me versus Alberto Lara, our longtime rival, dude. This guy, I hate playing Alberto with a passion.
Dude, me too. Okay, like we've both played him so much. I feel like I actually have like an even or positive record against him now. But in the big moments, dude, he always gets us. He
He
always gets us
does.
in the big
Dude, I
moments.
mean, we were talking because Alberto's a good friend, right? And while we were up there, I was sitting there and he was like, I was like, when was the last time we played? Was it OCIC 2023?
Three.
With
Yeah.
in top 8 of the tournament? That was the last time I played Alberto, which is kind of crazy. Um, thinking about that, we go to so many tournaments together. I see him all the time, but we just haven't synced up our records where we're playing. But in this tournament, we both popped off. Um, I think this is round 7, so we're guaranteed in day 2, which feels good. But obviously, you always want to go 7-1 or 8-0. Obviously, it's just so much better. When I go 7-1, my conversion rate on Top Cut is 4 out of 5. So I've only missed one time when I started out 7-1, and that was the worst matchup luck I've ever experienced. But we're not here to complain. We're here to watch. So let's talk about Alberto's team first. So here we have Alberto's team with Floette, Tyranitar, Basculegion Male, Corviknight, Garchomp, and Sash Gengar. Dare I say a crazy choice there from Alberto. But this team, when I saw this format, knowing Alberto, I was like, dude, you're going to love this format. You get your Scarf Garchomp, you get your Corviknight, and you just get to use broken guys after that. But you have your 2 guys. And Alberto is a Scarf Chomp connoisseur and a Corviknight connoisseur. But this is actually the first time he's ever brought Tyranitar to a major tournament.
That's kind of crazy because Alberto's been playing for so long. Him never bringing T-Tar, I don't even know how that's possible. But yeah, this team looks pretty funky. Obviously, you have the Alberto specials with Corv and Chomp. Even the Sash Gengar low key is a very is a very Alberto pick. But everything together is just it looks a little bit funky. Like this Mystic Water Basque, you usually see it with Priority Tailwind. Here, you're hoping Corviknight sticks around and sets up the Tailwind, or you use Gengar's Icy Wind. I do think, though, in general, like Sand plus Floette is really strong. Like
Mhm.
they synergize really well together. And Floette is just broken, so it makes sense that, your Pokemon that don't want to see Garchomp, you have Floette deal with them. And you have a Garchomp to help support your Floette. They really are a match made in heaven. But I think like from your perspective, I'm a little like, dude, what is this? Like, what am I supposed to do exactly?
When I saw this, I was like, dude, this looks like Palafin food. Palafin looks absolutely insane here as long as I get him going. And dodge, like potentially Light of Runes or just big damage from Floette. Like there is no follow me, there is no intimidate. Those are like Palafin's like arch nemesises. So I think we're chilling with Palafin. So, but yeah, I think Alberto's team for the most part here is like it's very Alberto. Like the Sash Gengar on Sand is so absurd. But he told me, he was like, yeah, I added it to the team last night. I won 6 in a row. And I said, this is going to win me the tournament. So I just locked it in and showed up with it. And it did well for him, honestly. Sash Gengar is just so weird, though. It's definitely not going to show up here. But yeah, you're right about Sand Sand and Floette. I think that is something that we just haven't seen enough of. I think it is very, very strong.
Absolutely. And you talking up that Palafin, I think we got to take a look at your team to see like what are the other tools.
All right, so we got my team, which is Dragonite, Frostless, Garchomp, King Gambit, Palafin, and Sneasler. Obviously, very, very similar to Raghav's team, but it does have some slight differences, and obviously some spread differences as well that do make them, I think, pretty different, right? So I have this Choppleberry King Gambit instead of Black Glasses, and then instead of a White Herb Sneasler, I have Sash Coaching, which I think just completely shifts how Sneasler functions on the team and how it functions as a Pokemon. And then I also have Palafin over Basculegion, which they do function very differently as well. And then I have Citrus Berry Garchomp over Roselli Berry Garchomp.
Yeah, I think all these changes make the team almost entirely different.
Hmm.
Well, I can't say entirely because we do have a lot of the same tools, but especially that coaching on Sneasler, it makes the game modes just so different. Like, especially in this matchup, I think coaching is really gonna be nice. Like, I feel like you just get to coaching either your Garchomp, your Palafin, even your King Gambit, and you're probably feeling pretty nice. The main thing that I'm worried about for you is dealing with that Floette.
Yeah, Floette is very, very scary, especially because like my Sneasler is kind of operating without a Sash as long as Alberto does bring that Tyranitar, which seems very, very likely. One big thing to note here is that he is not rough skin on Garchomp. Alberto, he loves RNG. He loves to hacks people. It's his favorite thing. So he does opt to run Sandvale Garchomp, which I even think on most Sand teams you're not gonna see Sandvale in this format because rough skin is so good. But that is another important thing that I can fake out Garchomp without fear.
That is really, really nice. I totally forgot about that. I mean, it's just so silly, but honestly, with the sand and the Scarf Rock slides, I bet Alberto's
Mhm.
getting those, dude. I bet he's getting them with the Iron Heads too on
Of
the Corviknight if he
course.
has it.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's that's dirty, dude. I think the one thing that you have going for you is his lack of speed control is pretty weird. Like the Sneaker's gonna outspeed Floette, right? Unless he leads Corviknight to get a Tailwind up, and I feel like you can dance around that. I'm pretty curious to see how this game goes. What are the modes that both of you decide to do?
Let's hop into the game then and find out. So I'm going to end up leading Palafin and Sneasler into Tyranitar and Corviknight. So you mentioned, dude, he does want to set up that Tailwind. He wants to try and take control. But yeah, I do kind of, unfortunately, because I think Palafin is really good, that does mean I do have to lead Palafin into this team. There's no bringing it in the back. So my lead is telegraphed a little bit here.
Yeah, I think this makes a lot of sense, but I feel like Alberto didn't punish it too much. Like this T-Tar is looking a little bit scared, right?
Mhm.
And if Corviknight's clicking Brave Bird, it is not clicking Tailwind. And I think you can potentially live with that. You also have free Fake Out into Corv if you want it. So I think that you just have a lot more options. We're definitely seeing this Palafin switch out though.
Yeah, he's unfortunately not staying in here. Sometimes I think Palafin is really interesting in that way because there are plays you can make that just completely shift the momentum. Today is not one of those days. I'm not making those plays, so I'm just switching out into Garchomp. It's a very, very safe, obvious switch here. And then Alberto is going to switch out into Basculegion here to try and put some pressure on me.
Basculegion's a really great switch because CC or Dire Claw or Fake Out or whatever, Bask is just eating. But you smartly going for the coaching, and he went for the body press? Maybe thinking King Gambit was coming to like protect this Bask. Instead, you just get free chip and a +1 card jump that actually took zero. What is that, 16, dude?
Yeah, it literally took like I think
No,
yeah,
26.
26 damage for nothing. He was calling the King Gambit like hardcore there, which is kind of crazy. But at the same time, like King Gambit is like I think like I don't hate his turn because he's like, hey, I'm bringing in Basculegion. If I do get body press onto King Gambit, I'm in a pretty sick spot. So I think he was trying to like hedge his bets there, but yeah, now we're chilling because now I have so many plays I can make. I could coaching again. I can just like CC Rock Slide. I could like dragging. I could coaching. Yeah, coaching again. I said that. I could
Coaching again just seems so good for you. I feel like you have nothing on the line. Like CC onto Corv would be nice if it didn't have a Citrus Berry. It's just gonna heal
True.
all that back up. But now your Garchomp with its own Citrus Berry is starting to reach like unkillable tier unless Floette comes in.
he is starting to hit like insane levels of power here. I do have to be careful of Floette. Floette is the scariest thing for me. But right now in the current board state, Garchomp is big chilling.
Yeah, and again, Alberto, He could get crazy here. He could switch in that Floette on the Dragon Claw, and then Collin, I think you'd be losing the game here.
I think I would be. I think that would be very unfortunate. But he could. Okay, I actually do withdraw Sneasler. I see the value in Sneasler. I bring back in Palafin. The cool part about Palafin is he can just take a beat down, dude. You can throw him back in. He's so bulky.
Yeah, and we're gonna see this Wave Crush. I'm curious how much it does. Mystic Water is less than half, and you were already chipped. You already took that 26 HP from the body press. Garchomp's actually insane. It didn't even have to eat its Citrus Berry. Then Palafin himself, no slouch, takes absolutely nothing from this Brave Bird. Dude, you're just absolutely destroying here.
I think, yeah, like, just that turn 1 was just pretty brutal. Like, once Garchomp gets coached up and gets going, it does make my life significantly easier, right? Like, Garchomp can just sweep this game by himself, especially, I mean, like, Floette is the big, scary, big bad that I'm going to have to deal with. Of course, if Alberto brought it, so we'll have to see if it pops in here. Because he does have Tailwind. Like, he has Tailwind. He's got, if he has Floette, it's going to be in a pretty decent spot.
Yeah, I think if I'm Alberto here, I'm slamming Floette if I have it. But I also don't see a reason not to bring it. I feel like he kind of needs to bring it. Otherwise, how is he beating your coaching strategies, right?
It's true. He is, like, all physical. He sends back in Tyranitar.
I think that's a really good sign. I think that means he might have won the game, Colin. That maybe he forgot to bring his Floette.
I think it means he didn't bring Floette. Alberto was thinking here, he's like, shit, dude, Floette was looking real good. I can't
That's
really...
something...
What were you going to
Sorry,
say?
go on.
I was going to say, like, I just don't... I just brought the Pokemon that I thought were strongest. Like, in this game 1, I was just like, dude, I'm just gonna brawl with him, right? Like, I wasn't even thinking, like, this game, like, went so well with the coaching, but if he did have Floette, it would have been significantly harder, I'm not gonna lie. But it did just kind of work out that he just didn't bring it.
I mean, you can only approach what's right in front of you, Colin,
Mm-hmm.
and you're seeing food, and so you're eating it. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
think maybe in your head you're like, dude, if Float was there, that'd be a little bit harder, and so you can prepare for that for the next match, right?
Exactly.
But I think in this situation, like this +2 Garchomp, it's just looking too free. I do think that this endgame's a little bit tricky though because they can knock off your Garchomp, which I don't love. I think you should side Jet Punch on, ironically. And eat that
Ooh.
Citrus Berry.
That's actually kind of a sick play. I didn't see it. I'm not going to go for it, but that is kind of a sick play to side Jet Punch here.
Yeah, but you could also just bulk up and Dragon Claw or something, and you'll probably be fine. I don't think knockoff Brave Bird's going to do enough to Chomp. After seeing that +2, sorry, not +2. After seeing the Mystic Water Wave Crash damage, I'm feeling like Chomp is living anything here.
I think maybe I think bulk up Dragon Claw or Rock Slide is probably the best play. He does only have 1 turn of Tailwind left. I think as long as, because if he kills Palafin, we don't care because that means Garchomp's still kicking. But if he does kill Garchomp, like that means I have bulk up and then I can kill Corviknight that way.
Yeah, you also still have your Mega Pokemon, so I think you just win the game as long as you kill T-Tar. Like, either of your Megas are just gonna clean the game.
I do just
So
go
you do
for
just see a
Jet
Jet Punch.
Oh my
I think
god.
that's valid. We're doing over half too. That's really nice. So the knockoff.
That
Yeah, I
did
think it's
negative
gonna
damage.
be Bird.
He's gonna go, or does he go for Palafin here? He does. Oof, buddy, no. Alberto.
Palfin's just eating, dude. It's actually so good in this matchup. I truly don't understand Alberto's game plan here without the Floette. I think your Pokemon just look like the best Pokemon on the planet. Like, if he's not bringing Floette, your team literally looks unbeatable, right?
Yeah, he definitely needs it. I think I could have won. I would have just had a stall Tailwind. It would have been very difficult. But I think I could have won if Float was there, but he does in fact have his signature Garchomp here. He's ready to go. His Garchomp is slightly smaller than mine as well. So my guy's chilling, dude. He's ready to go.
Yeah, that's kind of saying, it's kind of just hinting the way the match is going too. You got the smaller Chomp. It's not even coached, I bet. He probably has no coach, dude.
He has no coach, dude, and I have the best coach. I got double coached. So I think at this point now, we Dragon Claw the Garchomp, and I think it's probably just Protect, actually.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. I was thinking that as well. I mean, I think he just goes, oh, he goes in for Earthquake. Yeah, you're going to live that, dude. And you just win the game.
Yep, we're just going to win
I guess
the game.
there's no, I mean, Alberto has no way to win, right? Like,
No,
it would have
no.
to be some insane crit shenanigans here.
And also remember, there's no rough skin, so I
Just kids, you live.
so
That's
I
so
live the
silly.
turn. Does he Brave Bird my guy too? Do I get the 4-0?
Nice.
Nice, it's a tailwind.
You always tailwind if you're Alberto there, because you have to outspeed stuff with your Corv as well.
True, and the leftovers comes through. Palafin slowly healing, and here is a forfeit, I believe. Because I think, yeah, like the way forfeiting works in this game, it's so weird. Is I think Alberto did forfeit right away, but I still locked in my moves because I was thinking, and so we did. We did just have to wait. So we take game 1 there. That was a pretty clean game. Now going into game 2, I know Alberto's bringing the floette. He
Yeah,
has
and you
to.
know, looking at his shirt, I do think that's a very Floette shirt too. How does that contribute to the drip war? While you're pondering on that, I'm gonna close up my window because the gardener's going nuts.
I gotta,
Next door.
I gotta say, I like how you threw in the next door there. You wanted to make sure that we didn't think you had the gardener. I think Alberto, low key, I gotta give the drip war to Alberto. Like, I think the floral shirt is pretty fire. I wore a plain blue shirt. That seems like an instant L in most drip wars, and I think in this drip war as well. I gotta give it to Alberto. Like, I'll be humble and accept that.
I think I honestly am really proud of you for that. Like I think being humble is very important, and I don't
Exactly.
think you look bad by any means. It's just a little plain,
It's
you
a little
know?
boring. It's a little boring. So Alberto says that lead worked wonders for me the first time. I'm gonna run that shit directly back.
I think it's still a good lead because it just
It is.
breaks your sash so freely. Um, yeah, I feel like he can swap out the T-Tar, click Tailwind, or even just Brave Bird Sneasler, and he's not in a terrible slot because you can't threaten damage onto the Corviknight fast enough, I think.
So on this
Prevent a
turn,
Tailwind later.
I felt in my soul that Alberto would switch in Floette turn 1. I was like, dude, I think T-Tar is going to swap again. I don't think it's protecting. I was thinking, like, do I CC or do I Dire Claw? Because I was like, dude, I think he's totally going to switch into Floette, right? Like, he wants to get that momentum. He knows I'm pretty weak right now. He knows I have the Garchomp play. So I think he's going right to Floette. So I'm Dire Clawing that slot. But he goes to Garchomp, unfortunately.
The good news is you're not taking any rough skin
It's
damage.
true. It's true. But my sash is still
And you get
broken.
the fish. Nothing happens for you. And we get a Brave Bird into Chomp again. Dude, I think your Chomp is just so fat. Holy shit, man.
He does. He is so bulky. Like it is. He works wonders throughout the tournament. Obviously, I don't have like Roselli Berry or anything, so those fairy moves will kill him. But he does, like, against these physical Pokemon, dude. He's chilling. But now Alberto's in a really goated spot because he does just to get to EQ and just Brave Bird or Tailwind, do whatever he wants, right?
Yeah, it's looking pretty bad for you with your sash broken, no coaching. Okay, you called the EQ correctly and just attack with your guard chomp. I think you probably just have to Dragon Claw his chomp, get into a Jet Punch range if it doesn't die. Oh my god, no way.
He sandveiled my Dragon Claw. I literally,
Actually, I did not expect that. I totally forgot it was possible.
dude, Alberto wasn't even paying attention. He goes, "Did you miss? Did you miss Rock Slide?" I said, "No, I Dragon Clawed your Garchomp," and then we just both laughed.
Yeah, I actually think that might have KO'd, yeah, because he took some chip already.
He did. He
That's
did.
so funny.
It was so stupid, dude. And then I was
I
like,
saw
"You
you.
gotta be kidding me!" I was like, "I knew it was gonna
No, I
happen."
saw you laugh it off.
No, because when you play Alberto, you have to accept, like, he likes rock sliding, dude. He likes that Sandville. He's got that little bit of an edge, right? And I think the worst part about Alberto is that he's really good at the game. So when he gets lucky versus you, you're like, dude, this sucks. He's gonna capitalize on that
Crit?
hardcore. He does double Palafin though, so I do get myself a little bit back in here with this Dragon Claw turn. And so this, I gotta say, in this moment, right here, was where I forgot something really, really important. So I just protected with Palafin to tank that turn. And right here, I was like, oh, I'm just going to protect. Like, because he's going to he brings in Floette. And I'm like,
Oh,
oh, I just protect Palafin here. And then I can bring in my Fake Out and I'm in a really, really good spot. But I don't have access to protect. But that's not going to stop me
Wait.
from pressing it.
you do have access to it. It's
I
just
do.
not guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed. So I do have to say, I completely forgot about protect. That is what I did in this turn. Because it looks a little
That's a top
silly.
player move here from Colin. forgetting just so he doesn't get stressed out about the situation. If it was me personally, I probably would have gotten the protect. Your reaction's so fucking funny, dude.
Dude,
You're
because I literally was like,
"What?"
fuck, dude, are you serious? Because it just came back to me that moment. I was so locked in that when he went for the double protect and it failed, I was like, oh my god, I forgot.
I'm an idiot.
I'm a fucking idiot on stream too. And Alberto's like, well, that turn was fucking easy. Like, he's chilling, dude. He's like, yeah, okay. I don't know why he did that, but sure.
Yeah, so now you have to lose the game, I think.
Yeah, I
personally.
lose the game because Sneasler can't really do much. At this point, Alberto can just like Light of Ruin and Brave Bird that slot, and I just can't win, right? Because my Sneasler, I love Sneasler and I love my set, but it can't protect. And protecting in this situation would be nice. He also has Tailwind for one more turn, so he is just chilling.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, well, I guess you can win if you just double protect here, but you don't have it, and that means you do in fact lose the game. I think you should just probably Moonblast and it's over, you know?
Yeah, you
Even
just-
Brave Bird, dude, it doesn't matter. Fuck it, let T-Tar Mega in the end game. I mean, I think Floette already did, but
He did. It has the big flower. It gained 200 pounds. He's going to go for Brave Bird. There wasn't much I could do. I probably should have just faked out the Corviknight. It doesn't matter, but that probably
no,
was
there's
the
nothing
play.
you can do, dude.
Yeah. He does. It's not a one-hit KO. They lied. I have a Focus Sash. It took a Sand Chip. Put it away. Put the graphic away, dude. They're lying.
Dude, they're trying to slander you. I don't think
They
you
are.
should stand for that.
Holy damage,
And
dude.
at the end of the day, you forgetting protect was a net positive because what does that mean? We get a game 3 on the battle room.
We do. We get that game 3. We get more content, as they say. But yeah, this one is certifiably cooked. Do I play this out? I do.
Top player strategy, play it out so you can use this time to think.
Well, also,
You're also probably thinking, dude, if I get some blizzard freezes maybe and some crits, like maybe I can just win.
I mean, like, Corviknight does live and he does set up Tailwind, and so I am fucked there. But if I did freeze Corviknight or crit him right there and then freeze Tyranitar, there is hope. Frostless
With a
is
crit?
Yeah, dude. Frostless is low key like kind of a demon in that way. It can steal a game.
Yeah, you could double freeze. You could do anything, dude. But you probably don't because he set up the Tailwind. And
Yeah,
the game's over.
now he just kills me, dude, with the Moonblast. I let her fight it out, dude. That did so much damage.
You're probably saying go Light of Ruin and dodge or something.
No, we just did. I think it was
A little surprised.
a little bit surprised too. But we go to game 3, and my whole thought process going into this game 3 was I was like, okay, I let Palafin die in a stupid way. I also just didn't really get Palafin going. So I was like, I just need to make Palafin shine. That's really all I need to do. And I need to focus my gameplay and my game plan about like making him turn into like an insanely strong Pokemon, right? Because he's the guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy I need to count on in this matchup. Because again, he doesn't have any redirection. He doesn't have any intimidate. Palafin can just go unchecked and go crazy.
Yeah, especially if you get a bulk up art coaching on him. I think it starts to get really scary. If you get like the +2 tier, I'm thinking Floette might just die to a Jet Punch or something.
Yeah.
So I think that is the key here, making sure that you don't let Floette come in where it can just click Gleam and take 2 KOs. Either preserving your Sneasler, your Palafin, your King Gambit. You just need to find a way to get through those Tailwind Floette turns.
I think the Tailwind is just so consistent from him as well. Like, if he just keeps leading Corviknight, it is just hard for me to stop and play against this Tailwind.
Yeah, the one thing that you have going for you is that he doesn't really have a clean way to switch it in, right? Like, he has to pivot the old-fashioned way, still doing it all these years later. He's not using Parting Shot like all the new guys. He has the hard switch, and so you can punish that. Or use that, his fear there to set up your Palafin. So I'm thinking you're probably going to leave the same thing again, as will he. But how will it go different this time?
So he's actually going to change it up. He's going to lead Garchomp plus Corviknight here. And this is a great lead from him.
I think you're okay with this because you have Fake Out and you don't take Rough Skin. Or your Sash just is intact because there's no Sandstorm here.
Yeah, and also, like, I did in this game, when I was looking at the Pokemon that he was bringing and that I needed to beat, I was like, you know what? Garchomp's cool, he's fine, but I think I could maybe just skill gap him with King Gambit. King Gambit has been a Pokemon this tournament for me that, like, when I didn't know what to do, or I just was like, I don't know which Pokemon I should bring last, it's always him. No matter the matchup, no matter the Pokemon he faces down, he is one of the best Pokemon in the format. And on my team, dude, he's just absolutely nuts. So I just whip him out. Right, I actually switched to Frostlass. I really thought I was going to King Gambit. I built that whole thing up. It was actually just Frostlass.
I think this is still a very good play because Frostless looks really nice here. I think like
Yeah, I mean,
you
this
could
is
just
bad.
like Blizzard here, or you could just like you're kind of baiting it. You could go back into a physical guy and side coaching.
It's true. It's true. And the nice thing is too is if he does go for Earthquake, which he's going to do, it will actually proc my Sash, which will make me faster than Corviknight in the Tailwind. So I do get the guaranteed coaching off no matter what here.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. The Unburdened proc is actually so nice. Like you guaranteed get it move off no matter what, unless he locks it a Dragon Claw Bravebird.
He could Dragon Claw Blavebird would be really funny, but then he also does just lose his Garchomp anyways. But I mean,
Yeah, it takes too much with Blizzard.
actually no, because if I went for the coaching play, he would just have to read that play. I would draw Sneasler. I see the value.
I don't even think you know what's going on right now.
I bring in King Gambit. There he is, dude. I told you I had him. I knew I had him.
You knew he was coming to the game. I like preserving your Sneasler for the end game. Sash intact this time. Unlike both the previous games, now you actually have something that can eat a hit from Floette and hit back. EQ does come out though. That's gonna do a lot of damage to this King Gambit.
The thing is, though, is like King Gambit is
Oh,
just
that's a
so
crit.
bulky, dude. Oh yeah, they do crit. He does crit my Frostlass.
That is not hype, dude.
That is not
We see the
hype.
Bravebird come out. Does Frostlass live on 8 HP? Oh my god. Blizzard's is gonna be nice here.
Blizzard is really nice here, actually. Garchomp goes
Chomp
down.
goes down.
Oh, I remember what happens. He gets frozen. He gets frozen.
It's like the Sandvale, dude. It's like the Sandvale.
It's like the Sandvale. Corviknight he's in such a ridiculous formation here too. He's like half one arm up, one arm down. He was about to get going.
Dude, he's gliding. He's gliding. Now that's so good. If he doesn't thaw here, you're feeling really happy. I think.
I'm feeling
Well, actually, both things are in Gleam range, so it's not looking amazing for you.
it's not great. But we're still in the game, right? We do have Sneasler with Sash intact, and we also do have Palafin, my boy. So he is just gonna Mega Evolve here.
Yeah, Palafin in the late game could actually go dummy here, especially if Corviknight stays frozen for like one turn that you needed to. You could get a free bulk up, you get a wave crash. That might just be enough to win the game. So you're stalling this Tailwind here, or maybe sacking the Frostlass.
I think I'm definitely sacking the Frostlass, so I can try to pivot in, get a potential fake out here. So this turn, you know what? That freeze didn't matter.
Yeah, freeze didn't matter. Maybe the next turn though. I don't know.
Maybe next turn the freeze will matter. Alberto's still stressed though. His Corviknight is frozen. He doesn't like that. But Sneasler is here to play.
Okay, yeah, I like this. You get a fake out turn here. Corviknight obviously cannot threaten the King. Oh, it can threaten the King Gambit with Body Press, but would it kill?
I really don't know. I was just thinking the same thing. I'm like, does it kill? Does he
I
have?
think it might barely.
I think it should. It kind of depends on his spread though, like how much defense he actually has. Dude, look at that guy right there. He's looking funky.
Dude, he is. It looks like he's turning left.
They got a crazy freeze frame on this guy.
Dude, we should play a game at regionals where if our Pokemon gets frozen, we freeze too.
We just stop moving. All right, Floette is
Yeah.
going to withdraw here. So he does want to try and get the weather control, break my Sash, keep that Floette healthy, and then go from there. I go for the fake
You
out.
actually do fake out the Floette, scared of its damage. And if Corviknight stays like frozen, okay, yeah, that
That's
freeze
money.
definitely mattered a little bit.
and then we get the Iron Head off onto Tyranitar, and we do
That crit?
we do get a crit.
That was a crit. Okay.
Dude, Alberto, he's like just over and over, dude. He's not having a good time. Tailwind
Well,
Peters
dude, that's
out.
what happens. Our hero needed a dub, and that's when you get the freeze into the Iron Head crit.
And then right here, he brings back Influence. So this turn is like real funky, dude. Because I'm like, what's he gonna do? Like, if he goes for Protect Tailwind, that's really obvious, really safe. But then I could just go for a Kowtow CC, get a ton of damage on a Corviknight, and then probably just be able to pick it off with Talonflame in the late game, right? Or with Palafin, not Talonflame, with Palafin in the late game, because he is still full HP. He is chilling. But I'm like, dude, will he protect? Do we think Alberto's going to protect Floette here? That's the
Well,
question.
the thing is, I think you can Dire Claw and Kowtow Corv, and it's still kind of a 50-50 next turn. Because I think Sneasler should live a Dazzling Gleam, right?
True, it would, yeah.
So you get to Sucker Dire Claw, or you get to Iron Head, and it's still just like a bunch of reads here. I think the freeze was so big, but you actually swap out the King Gambit entirely. I think you're going all in here on maybe CCing this Corv.
Nah, I go for Dire
No,
Claw.
Dire Claw is the Fluid. Okay. You got it 100%. I think if you got that turn wrong, you just lost the game.
100%, dude. That game was so scary. I was just calling. I don't understand why I switched into Palafin in retrospect, to be honest. I
mean,
probably
what's
should
his
just.
health? Is it 100%?
He's 100%.
Maybe you're just going for like Wave Crash Dire Claw, like you can't kill both, but they kind of can with Light of Ruin Bravery.
It's true. But we made it work. We called the play. It got really, really dicey there. The freeze was super clutch. But we take that dub.
Now you played your outs, and at the end of the day, you did it, dude.
We did
You made it 7-0 into day 2, undefeated. That's got to feel good at the first Champs Regional.
Actually, it didn't matter at all because Sneasler outsped Corviknight and Tailwind. So I could have just Dire Clawed next turn, and he probably wouldn't have he probably would have Brave Birded my Sneasler, and then I would have just won.
Yeah, you just won. Okay, that's what it was. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, I did go 7-0 at the first Champions Regional. I was really scared because in the interview afterward, I talked to Sierra and I was like, you know what? Every time I go 7-1, I never miss cut. And then I instantly lost my last round to Lorcy. He outplayed the shit out of me. And then I was like, oh shit, dude, am I choking? And then I literally spent I was a little stressed that I did lose that game.
That did mess you up, dude.
It did mess me up. I was like, dude, thank God the day's over. I need to decompress and figure out my mental. And then I woke up the next day and just went kind of nuts. I ended up, actually, no, I didn't go nuts. I lost round 1 to Michael, but then won 4 in a row to make it into cut. And I was a little nervous. Like when I lost to Michael, dude, I was like, oh, dude, I totally jinxed myself. This is going to be a 7-1 miss. Why did I even say I was going to go 7-1?
You absolutely clutched it. You and Michael and Alex made it into top cut. Honestly, a lot of homies in the top cut, but huge congrats to Collin finishing top 16. I myself did top 32. Have to say, I'm pretty happy with it. Obviously, I would have preferred at least one more win. But NAIC, it's going to be our tournament. I'm feeling really confident now. We have the momentum. We're in the flow state. Battle Room dubs at NAIC, 100%.
We're ready to go, dude. We're ready to go. Honestly, this tournament too, I just wanted to play kind of crazy with it. I wanted to make the reads and play really aggressive that my team demanded, and I did. So I'm excited to play at NAIC with you, and hopefully we can get a trophy for the Battle Room, dude. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, the trophy's coming back. On that note, we will see you next time.
Peace.